As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Good day, sir. I'm Emeka, and this is my presentation on this passage. The first chapter, Thought and Character. This text discusses the relationship between thought and character, emphasizing that we shape our own destinies through our decision and mindset. It highlights that our character is a reflection of our thoughts. If we build positively and act wisely, we build strength and grace, while on the other hand, negative thoughts leads to destruction. So the second chapter, effect on thoughts on circumstances. This basically tells us that one cannot discover themselves through the environment around them without discovering themselves on the inside. The soul harbors what it fears. So all who are anxious to improve our conditions without wanting to improve our inner selves are basically wasting their time. Put away any negative thoughts and think only positively to improve our circumstances. The next chapter, effect on thoughts and effects of thoughts on health and body. This text explains to us that unhealthy thinking can cause effects on our health and body. When thinking negatively, the body sinks into disease and decay, but when you think positively, the body is covered with youthfulness and beauty. It is because the body is as delicate as plastic. Thought is the front of life, and action make the fountain pure, and all will be pure. So the next chapter, thought on and purpose. This text explains the importance of linking thought with a purpose to achieve meaningful accomplishments. It emphasizes focusing one's thought on clear objective, avoiding distraction, and strengthening the will through determination and perseverance. This passage talks about that belief in one's success combined with efforts leads to success. The next chapter, the thoughts on factor in achievement. This passage talks about how achievements are directly tied to our thoughts. Strengths and weaknesses come from within, and we are responsible for overcoming our own challenges. As a strong person can only help others who are willing to be helped, but ultimately individuals must find strength within themselves. The next chapter, vision and ideals. This passage tells us that we should never let our dreams go because beauty forms our vision and ideals. Our vision is a promise of what we want to become. So the next chapter, serenity. This text discusses the importance of self-control, calmness, and right thinking in achieving inner strength and serenity. It highlights how people grow both mentally and spiritually through self-discipline, leading to respect and serenity is portrayed as more valuable than material wealth, bringing stability and peace. It basically emphasizes that self-control represents strength, calmness, embodies true power. So we're done with the As a Man Thinketh novel, and now we go to From Poverty to Power, part 1. The lesson of evil. This passage discusses the lesson of the end. Discusses the lesson of the end, emphasizing that the importance of balancing fun and success in life is very important. It highlights that one should not fear failure, but rather learn from it as experiences shape a person. The key to happiness is understanding and planning, ensuring the action are fully purpose. The world reflects of mental stress. This passage basically tells us that the world revolves around us. What we think, all that we is the result of what we have thought. Our own world, your own world, comprises on your own thoughts. If you are happy, it's because you are dwelling in happy thoughts. So the next passage, the way out of undesirable control. This passage emphasizes the true wealth, power, happiness come from mastering emotions and cultivating compassion and kindness. It warns that unchecked emotions like anger and jealousy can be destructive, while mindfulness and self-awareness help in managing them. With a passionate heart, can you transform your life for good. The silent power of thoughts. controlling and directly one's force. This passage tells us silent power of thoughts and the importance of self-control. It explains how thoughts shape reality and influence action with uncontrolled emotion leading to destruction. A person with self-control directs their emotion while without is controlled. The next passage, the secret of health, success and power. This passage emphasizes on the power of positive thoughts in achieving health, success and inner strength. It highlights the importance of faith, confidence and energy in overall well-being. Stress and exhaustion often result poor time management, so working efficiently and avoiding unnecessary worries are to maintaining good health. Secret of abounding happiness. This passage tells us the root of happiness is from helping others. The more happiness is found not being loved, is giving, not seeking for gifts. Whatever you desire, give to others because this will nourish your soul. So, next chapter, the realization of prosperity. Prosperity is given to those who have a kind heart to follow with integrity, trust. In conclusion, by letting go of our need to control and propose everything, we might find greater happiness and fulfillment. Now, we're done with the part 1 of Poverty to Power, and we go on to the part 2. The power of meditation. This chapter tells us maintaining a positive mindset, strong faith, and clear confidence leads to overall well-being and success. The power of meditation is essential for spiritual growth, self-discipline, and inner peace. It allows individuals to connect with divine truth and attain deep wisdom. The next chapter, the two master self and truth. This chapter helps us in an everyday life. This passage tells us about the master of truth and self. It explains that the master of self is guided by passion and selfish desires, while the master of truth is guided by patience and humility. We should therefore abandon the master of self and uphold that of truth. The acquisition of spiritual power. This chapter emphasizes that the truth comes from within and can only be achieved by letting go of selfish desires and cultivating spiritual discipline. It also explains that spiritual power, which is offered the realization of spiritual principles. So the next chapter, the realization of selfless love. In this passage teaches the full definition of love. According to this chapter, love is an emotion, not only an emotion, but a state that can destroy the dominion of evil. But sadly, individuals no longer love selflessly. Therefore, this chapter implies on loving the correct way. Entering into the infinite, in this chapter we explore the importance of spiritual growth. It also shows that overcoming selfish desires is essential for achieving spiritual growth. Paying no attention to the material world is necessary to realize true reality, and the end of the presentation. The presentation comes to an end, and thank you, sir. This is the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And the book basically speaks about our everyday life, telling us on how we survive in the world around us through various ways, sharing love to others, being confident, being confident in ourselves, and loving one another. That's what the book basically talks about. Thank you, sir, for taking your time and taking your time to listen to my slide. I hope you enjoyed it, sir. I hope you enjoyed the presentation on As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, Poverty to Power as well. Thank you, sir, for the time spent on my presentation. Thank you, sir, for the data you spent on my presentation, and I hope your day goes well. Thank you again once more. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, sir, and see you soon.